Then on the bottom of this, just because it's large and it fitted there, is the Nintendo 64 Atomic Purple American only release. This was the normal charcoal version with the gray controller, and additionally you got another clear purple controller or atomic purple controller to this, which is nice. This pack is actually very, very common. Moving on to a few very, very, very uncommon and very rare consoles that were only released in Europe and are actually not widely known by collectors, but even in Europe, those are incredibly rare, and I would even consider a few of these consoles to come rarer than all of the ones that we've discussed before, with a few exceptions, of course. Definitely rarer than the Dire Hawks or the Jusco. So maybe, you know what, we're gonna start from the right-hand side here, because I kind of put the rarer ones in the middle for some reason. These three, the Mario Kart 64, the 1080 snowboarding, and the 007 variation are all three Scandinavian variations. And there were actually way more Scandinavian variations. I think, I don't want to set myself to a fixed amount, but I think there were about like 6 or 7. And they were all like this. These are not slipovers, these are actual graphics on the consoles. And those are actually very hard to attain. I mean, even if you're European, I'm German now, for example, it is not easy to get stuff from Scandinavia. And also because the population of the Scandinavian countries, those being Sweden, Finland, Norway, and, well, I think Denmark. Greenland, by the way, also belongs to Denmark. But you're not going to get a console from Greenland, I don't think. However, those are kind of rare and really nice to have because they're actually not known at all in the collecting world. Then here is actually rather common one. I've just stuck it there. This is the Donkey Kong 64 pack. This actually had a release worldwide, and obviously there's always a different language on it, but it's not very rare. But because Donkey Kong has kind of become a thing, the prices are considerably high. I mean, you can pay about €150 for that console easy. Getting it in good condition, maybe sometimes slightly more. Then these two down here are French exclusives. They were only available in France. The bottom one is the F1 Grand Prix pack. Very, very rare. You hardly ever find one, and if you do, you pay top dollar for it. This is even rarer. This is the Nintendo 64. They call it ISS 64, I think, International Soccer, Superstar Soccer or something. Very, very rare. This is one of my newest editions. This was very expensive, and I had to go into a bidding war, hardcore, which I did, and I'm happy to have it. On the bottom here is just the Episode 1 Racer Pack, which is very, very normal. I mean, normal. It's available all over the planet. It came out, I think, in 2 or 3 different variations, and you can get it in America and Europe. Yeah, not a lot to say for that. Nice to have it, I guess. I don't know if I'm actually going to collect every single Episode 1 Racer variation in every single language. The graphics are the same. Okay, and now to 2 of my favorite consoles in my entire collection. Let's start with the World Cup Live Soccer Pack. This is a big box. I mean, you can see it's half of the size more than a Japanese version box, and considerably larger even than a European box. This is massive. It came with the original World Cup football. You can see here, was sponsored by Adidas and is exclusive from Portugal. Do you say Portugal or Portugal? Let's just say it's a Portuguese exclusive. And this is the only one ever found. There's literally not a single other one known of this console, which makes this not maybe the most expensive, but probably the rarest packaging variation I have, because for all of these other ones, except the Malaysia Indonesia one I talked about earlier, which I do know maybe some people haven't actually seen it. But all of these other ones, other people have it, other people own it, whatever. This one I've never ever seen anywhere ever before. Not on a forum, not on, well, I mean, what can you say more than ever? So this is actually very rare. The football is inside, it's complete. So yeah, that's that. And then my all-time favorite variation, I don't know why I fell in love with this one so much, is the I Love Techno Value Pack. I actually made an individual video about that one, which is kind of bad, but all of my videos are kind of bad because I'm not very practiced yet in, shooting. But just to be brief, you actually could obtain this at a techno festival or for a techno festival. You got the N64 console, 2 games with it. You got the entry ticket to the festival, a t-shirt and a CD that was sent to you after the festival once it came out. And I don't know, it's so cool. It has like this screen here, you can look through that, and there's a console inside and the games. It's a very, very, very massive hard box, and it's the biggest box of all of the Nintendo variations there are. It's even bigger than the Atomic Purple pack. And I don't have measurements, but even the Australian Pokemaniac pack and yeah, I think the Pokemaniac pack, I think that's actually the same size as this one. This one is way bigger and it's just so special. I love it. Okay, moving on here. This is actually not so interesting. These are just other consoles I have. Just go through them quickly. The Wii is the only non-GameCube, non-N64 console I have. I've recently actually sold my Wii U. The only reason I have this is because this is the first console, believe it or not, I had just to collect for. So I started collecting with this console 5 or 6 years ago. And that's why I kept it. And I'm not a Wii fan at all. I actually have to even say that I completely dislike the console. I don't even have any games for it. I did play Zelda Skyward Sword, I guess, but yeah. Just, it looks nice, I like the shape, and I really loved this console at the time, but now obviously my love shifted a lot to the Nintendo 64. Underneath that, I'm also collecting for GameCube, but the collection is quite recent. So I have this Hanshin Tigers pack. This is complete with the baggie and the t-shirt. The N64 Starlight Gold. The N64 I messed up. It's not an N64. It's a GameCube Starlight Gold. Let's actually do this one first. This is the GameCube Tales of Symphonia. Then I have a GameCube Super Mario Sunshine pack. I have the GameCube customized Gundam Char. With the GameCubes, these are actually, the Hanshin Tigers is new. The Tales of Symphonia is new. The customized Gundam Char is new. I don't know why. I kind of got lucky. I do collect everything I collect has to be mint. Like all of these consoles, every one of them is in good condition. They're not all mint by all means, but they have to be in good condition. Like I can take a little knock, I can take a little scuff, I can take a little scar, but they're not allowed to be like scratched or torn or nothing of that. So, I mean, you can see they're all in good condition. This one is, you can see, not in the very, very best condition. Actually, it is. It's new from the inside, and it doesn't have any other knocks than this little fold here. But I could live with that because I could get this for a very good price, which is ridiculously high. It's a 4-digit price. Only 150 of those were made worldwide, ever. And they actually have a different color than the other white ones. So yeah, I mean, I just got the chance to get this, and I'm so happy because that's by far the most difficult GameCube to achieve. And if you have that one off the list, it's easier to get all the other ones. Okay, and then I have one last Nintendo 64 left. This is also one of the rarest N64s ever, only two known so far worldwide. You can see the official Lawson Station um, sticker. This is a sticker on here. And it doesn't count as a console variation because this is a sticker. The Anna and the Comboy are a print. You can just, anybody could put a sticker on these, so this does not count as an individual console variation or a release. However, it was only won by the lottery prize of a Lawson Station store. And Lawson Station are like those little 7-Eleven stores you also have in America and also in Japan, by the way. And there are only two known worldwide so far. This is absolutely, it's so rare. And it just came in a normal N64 box packaging, which I don't have, but I do have the matching manual, so it will be complete. And I'm very, very happy to finally cross this off the list. It's so incredibly rare. Yeah. Okay. So this has been DL's consoles, all of them I have so far. I'm, like I said, planning to grow that collection even further. And obviously, I don't only have consoles. So what I'll do now is I just snap my fingers, and on this area below, before the consoles, I'm going to keep those as a nice background. I am going to put all of my controllers, that you can see those, and that will be in part 2 of this collection video.